We're going to kick off with the first topic. Kylie Kelce, married to Jason Kelce, who is Travis Kelce's brother. You all know the connection now. Well, she has skyrocketed up the top of the podcast charts, and perhaps her controversial comments on raising kids may be a part of that. So Kylie revealed that she always hires childcare when she goes away, even if her husband Jason is at home. And so people were like, what's up with that? That's what I'm saying. So what do you make of the fact? So it sounds like what she's saying is Jason Kelce doesn't watch his own kids, is alone, is what we are saying. So what do we make of this? What do we make of this?
Well, I have to say, okay, so you know there's like, when you've got a two-parent household, certain parents take the lead in certain aspects of the day. Yeah. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
I'll give you a great example. Like this morning, I was not on your morning this morning because I was coming here. That meant I was home with the children. Now, my husband...
And you're not usually in the morning.
I'm not usually home with the children. I leave at 4 in the morning.
Okay.
My husband has it down to a science. When I'm there, guess what happens?
It's a disaster.
It is a disaster. He's like, they're yelling at each other, the children. I'm yelling at the children. I don't usually yell.
They're like, who are you?
The only
What are you doing here?
only lates on their report card are the days
that you were there.
Yes! It's 100% true, I know. So I feel like he's got this down to, he's got a system. And when I'm there, I break the system.
Okay.
And maybe I'm impacting the kids in a negative way. You know, I mean, I don't like to think that way, but maybe I am.
For that morning routine.
For that morning routine.
Can I ask you something, though?
Yeah.
Because I get that, and go get him, Drew. That's a good husband. But what if you had hired somebody, Drew was in the house, and someone else is doing your morning routine?
If he had hired somebody while I was there, I think I would have given that a second thought, and also been really, I would have been really thankful for somebody to help me know the routine. I literally asked one of my daughters.
Okay.
I was like, I asked my eldest daughter, I'm like, what time do you leave for school?
Yeah,
like,
because you didn't.
Because she takes public transit. I didn't know what time she left.
I just, the gendered part of this bothers me.
Yeah, I
like,
get
I
that.
really feel like if we were to role reverse this, I know we're saying all this, but I think we would look at the woman and be like, oh, like I really think that there, yeah, I think so. I mean, I go through it too. I travel a lot now for work, doing speaking, and whenever I go to an event, people are always like, oh, who has the kids? Who's looking after the kids?
Yeah.
And it's like, who do you think's looking after the kids?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's another person who's responsible for the kids as well. So I just think we haven't gone far enough when it comes to this.
Yeah,
and we
I
have
agree.
to give them the opportunity to take care of the kids.
Yeah, I want to take this story somewhere else just briefly. I think that I want to commend Kylie for even saying that she hires help, because I think when we look at social media or the lives of celebrity women, what really sometimes bothers me is that for some women to soar, if you're working outside of the home, if you're an ambitious person who's got this career, we don't often enough say thank you to other women who are helping us to propel in our lives because they're at home with our kids. So shout out to Kylie for admitting that, but also, isn't that what retirement means? You know, he was in the NFL for 13 seasons, and if you guys remember the Tom and Giselle story, that she was like, time to retire, because I want to go back to modeling, Tom. So he retired, and then he unretired.
Yeah.
And then she was like, what about my career? So
Right.
he's retired from the NFL now, which means she gets to do whatever she wants to do. So I would just say in that moment, step up, Jason.
Yeah.
Really?
What do you think?
Oh, you don't feel like that?
Such a different... Well, no, stop clapping because I'm about to upset the entire audience here. I have such a different opinion about this. First of all, I'm thinking about this from a single girl's perspective. Now, there's one... Hey! See you, girl. I see you. Got you. Okay, so if people don't know this, but Jason and his wife met on a dating app, like a regular dating app, not the fancy celebrity ones, a regular dating app that we are all using. And she managed to find a man who was funny, charismatic, family-oriented, rich, and has a brother who just happens to be dating the biggest pop star in the world. I wouldn't care if he didn't remember our children's name. Do what you will. I'll figure it out, darling. Have a great day. Pack his lunch and be like, bye. Thank you.
Although you do bring up a good point. That is a good point. I don't want to dog her because maybe they've talked about this and she's totally okay with
some
it.
families are like that.
Yeah.
His life is all, he doesn't go to an office. His job is all over the place. He has all these endorsement deals. He has a podcast. He might have a late night talk show. He has everything. So he's not really around to be like a person you can depend on to do the pickup. He doesn't know where he's going to be or what city he's going to be in. So to me, it doesn't make sense. And growing up, my mom was a nurse, so she did 12-hour shift, and my dad did all the picking up, and that's what you do. It's never 50-50. It's 70-30 sometimes. Sometimes things fall apart in the background. Sometimes it's 60-40, and I think that's just what they're doing. But again, if I find that man online, honey, you can do whatever you want.
Side note to this. I do actually take care of my children at some points of the day. I do pick up, which arguably is
Yes,
also
you
very
do.
helpful. I really do.
Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.